Anna got a job as a maid at a luxurious villa. The owner, Senora Andrea, showed the girl around the house, reminding her that as per their agreement she would have to work without days off for the entire month of August, but in the fall, they would compensate her. Anna started her duties and prepared dinner. The whole family gathered at the table, thanking the maid for the flowers she had picked in the field earlier that day and for the delicious meal. Anna was responsible for all the housework, including cleaning the pool, washing the cars and more. When she gave a stray kitten some milk, it angered the owner, Senor Pedro, who feared the animal would develop a habit of eating his vegetables. Anna lowered her head and promised it would not happen again. Later, while ironing, Anna called her mother and told her that her probation period would end in September. Once that happened and she signed all the necessary documents, she would be able to send money every month for her younger sister Eva's education, which required a significant amount. While Anna worked, the owner's daughter, Claudia, sunbathed by the pool. Anna was constantly engaged in her daily routine. One day the owner's son, Jacobo, caught her smoking and promised not to tell anyone. Usually Anna quietly went about her cleaning duties, never refusing any requests from her employers. Today she met another maid, Gisela, who was also Colombian. Gisela delivered a package, a stone sculpture kit. The two girls chatted for a bit. Before the guests arrived, Senor Pedro scolded Anna for stirring a dish on the stove incorrectly. The owners, being art enthusiasts, gave the guests a small tour of the house. Anna and Gisela served them during dinner. The hostess shared with the guests that she was very pleased with the new maid, though she had originally wanted a Filipina, not a Colombian. The owner noted that Anna could put in more effort. What he was completely satisfied with, however, were her cooking skills. While no one was watching, the maids allowed themselves to try some of the delicacies. Gisela mimicked the host's way of speaking, which amused Anna. In the evenings during her free time, Anna also started working on sculptures. Other than that, she was constantly occupied with her duties. One day she complained to Gisela about back pain, and the girl gave her a painkiller. Anna had been working at the villa for 3 months now and was already utterly exhausted. However, she couldn't afford to quit. She had to send money for her younger sister's tuition at a medical college. With her low salary, this would take a long time. But Anna had another reason to keep working here. Senora Andrea had promised to help her obtain a residence permit in Spain. Gisela explained that this was impossible unless one had lived in Spain for at least 2 years or had relatives there. Anna was not the first person Andrea and Pedro had deceived. Gisela advised Anna to be cautious around this family. No one knew what to expect from them. Feeling upset, Anna continued going through her chores on autopilot. From that moment on, she began to closely observe the behavior of the family members. Soon Anna received a message from her mother, saying that Eva had scored high on her entrance exams. This was undoubtedly great news for Anna. While cleaning, Anna was tempted to rummage through Jacobo's belongings, but his sudden appearance interrupted her. Later, Jacobo and his friends relaxed in the yard, swimming in the pool and enjoying cocktails. Jacobo showed Anna how to make an Aperol spritz. She served Jacobo and his friends while they played cards and talked about women. Some of the guys made inappropriate comments toward Anna. Of course Anna heard everything, but she couldn't stand up for herself for fear of losing her job. Later, as the maid continued with her chores, Claudia approached her and asked her to take a photo. Claudia posed, showing off her toned figure. Feeling awkward, Anna went to Senora Andrea, who was sunbathing by the pool, and asked about the residence permit, mentioning that according to Gisela, it usually took at least 2 years. For Anna, having confidence in a stable future was crucial since she had to pay for her sister's education. Andrea assured the girl that if everything went well by September, they would take care of all the paperwork. Anna had no choice but to return to her duties. Of course she was filled with doubt. The owner's passion for abstract art seemed strange to the maids, and Gisela did not hesitate to joke about it, making Anna laugh. They knew that Andrea was soon going to finalize a deal with an art collector from Japan. This would be the biggest deal of her life. Gisela suggested that Anna go to the beach. Anna reminded her about the owner's rule forbidding them from leaving the villa's grounds. Gisela objected, saying that the owners were going to a party today, so they wouldn't be back early. In the end, Anna agreed. Gisela introduced Anna to her friends, Carmen and Luz. The girls suggested that Anna create a Tinder profile. Feeling embarrassed, Anna said that maybe she would do it later. However, this piqued Anna's interest, and on the way back she asked Gisela more about Tinder. Gisela explained that in this app, you could find a man to your liking. Anna eventually created a Tinder profile, using a modest photo of herself as her avatar. Then she browsed through numerous men's profiles. Feeling much bolder, Anna opened the fridge and took out a bottle of wine, taking a sip and then diluting the remaining wine with water so the owners wouldn't suspect anything. She also took a bite of a very delicious pastry. The owners returned, and Anna quickly left the kitchen to avoid being caught with the bitten pastry. Today's party had exhausted Andrea and Pedro. The woman also noticed the mess in the fridge and remarked that their new maid had gotten too lazy. Luckily no one saw Anna. The next day Pedro gave the maid poison for that stray cat. The girl tried to say something, but Pedro did not give her the chance. Andrea entered the kitchen, instructing the maid to prepare octopus according to a special recipe. Anna obediently nodded. Of course Anna had no intention of poisoning the cat, she simply gave it some canned food. Later, Andrea complained about a migraine. Anna offered her a traditional soup from her country, claiming that this dish could instantly relieve headaches. The soup did not look appetizing to Andrea, but she still gave it a try. That night as Anna was once again browsing Tinder profiles, Gisela knocked on her window with a bottle of rum in hand, announcing that they were going to a party. Anna tried to refuse, saying that Senora Andrea wouldn't let her go and that she didn't have the right outfit. But Gisela didn't take no for an answer and handed Anna a sparkling evening dress. The girls went to the party, where they danced passionately and drank alcohol. Very soon, Anna attracted the attention of a guy who started flirting with her actively. However, she turned him down, making it clear that she wasn't interested in getting to know him. This clearly hurt the guy's ego, and he started behaving more insistently. Anna shut him down harshly and left the party. In the morning, Pedro invited the maid to join them on a sailing trip at sea. Anna tried to politely refuse, citing household chores, but Pedro said that the chores could wait because Anna worked a lot and deserved a little rest. However, Anna found it hard to enjoy the sea due to her intense nausea. Claudia and Pedro decided to go for a swim. Pedro, suddenly acting very courteous, told Anna that he had discussed her issue with a lawyer, and it turned out that obtaining a residence permit really did require 2 years. But Pedro assured her that as long as Anna lived with them, she didn't need a residence permit. Also, they were ready to increase her pay by 10% starting next month. Thanking her employer, Anna did her best to suppress her nausea. Pedro was still obsessed with getting rid of that stray cat and was desperate for someone to take care of it. The owners were planning to leave for a week. Andrea gave the maid a month's salary in advance, reminding her about the upcoming event with the Japanese client. Everything had to go perfectly. Andrea also asked Anna not to repeat Gisela's mistake, who had shown up today completely drunk. When asked if she had been with Gisela, Anna firmly replied no. Worried about Gisela, Anna tried calling her but to no avail. Anna burst into tears. Without Gisela, she felt very lonely at the villa. The only friend she had left was the stray cat. She couldn't understand Pedro's hatred toward animals at all. After finishing all her household duties, Anna turned off the lights throughout the house in the evening, and Jacobo suggested they play video games together. Despite her embarrassment, Anna stepped into Jacobo's room. He even gave her a joystick as a gift. Back in her own room, Anna played an old video game with great pleasure, feeling a wave of nostalgia. It turned out that Pedro had already hired the right person, who did his job today by getting rid of the cat. Barely holding back her emotions, Anna took a mop and scrubbed the traces off the garden paths. Meanwhile, Jacobo kept distracting her with his endless requests, asking for oranges, then for ice for cocktails. In general, life at the villa goes on as usual, but for now without the owners. Upon learning that her younger sister had changed her mind about going to medical school, Anna was deeply outraged. Eva was planning to leave home and get a job. Anna tried to explain to her younger sister that things weren't that simple. But Eva had already made up her mind, stating that she didn't want to become a doctor, that was their mother's wish, not hers. That night, Anna fell asleep right in the middle of playing a video game, and the next morning, she was cleaning up the mess Jacobo and his friends had made by the pool. Suddenly Anna noticed 2 stray cats. Jacobo had a terrible hangover, it would take him a long time to recover. Spotting Claudia's phone, Anna, who knew the password, decided to snoop through it and texted a handsome guy named Dennis, suggesting they meet today. Dennis and his friends were planning to have dinner at home tonight and then go out partying, which meant Anna had to cook dinner. A reply came from Dennis, he didn't mind meeting up. Anna invited him to the villa. Meanwhile, Claudia was searching the entire house for her phone. The maid told her she hadn't seen it. In any case, Claudia had multiple phones, so it wasn't that important to her. Claudia would be coming home late today, just like her brother, so Anna would have the house to herself. She tried on Claudia's clothes and sent Dennis a message, telling him she'd be waiting for him at night. As planned, Jacobo and his friends had dinner at the villa. Ignoring Anna's presence, they talked about how hot she was. Suddenly the intercom rang, it was Dennis, arriving an hour earlier than Anna had expected. Anna had to pretend that someone had gotten the wrong address. Jacobo was putting on a macho act in front of his friends, claiming that he could have Anna in an instant if he wanted to. In the kitchen, unable to hold back, Anna spat in his face. Anna got a call from her mother but had to hang up because she had too much work to do. Then her mother texted, asking her eldest daughter for advice on how to persuade Eva not to leave for Spain. Anna promised to think of something. As the guys got more and more drunk, their conversations became increasingly inappropriate. Anna had to endure this treatment because she was just a servant in this house. Once everyone had left, Anna changed clothes, put on bold makeup and drank a beer. She imagined herself as part of the wealthy life her employers lived. Dennis came again, surprised to see not Claudia but a completely different girl. However, that didn't stop them from having a good time. Now Anna smokes without shame and even puts out her cigarettes on the very sculpture that the Japanese buyer is planning to purchase. Anna also litters on the villa's grounds. Jacobo and his friends were drunk again, and Anna had to carry out all their errands. This time the guys invited Anna to join them for a beer. She eagerly agreed. Jacobo mentioned that he had forgotten his wallet yesterday and returned home before heading to the club, only to see Anna with some guy in the pool. It would be unfortunate if his parents found out what their maid had been up to. The guys offered Anna a deal: if she did everything they wanted, the owners wouldn't find out, and she wouldn't be deported from the country. But Anna made it clear that she didn't care. When the threat didn't work, Jacobo offered her 5,000 euros, the exact cost of her sister's tuition. But Anna still refused outright. This angered the guys, and they decided to get what they wanted by any means. Anna ran and locked herself in her room. Not knowing what to do, Anna started packing her things and then tried calling Gisela, but her number was no longer in service. The guys finally left, leaving behind piles of empty bottles and other trash. Anna was still sitting in her room when she suddenly remembered the Jacobo's note inside one of the books. It turned out to contain an encrypted access code to his crypto wallet. While Jacobo was in the shower, Anna was ready to act, but unexpectedly the owners returned. Andrea was outraged by the mess in the house and the yard, especially since the Japanese buyer would be arriving in just a few hours. Anna immediately got to cleaning, but now she didn't care whether she lost her job or not. Looking out the window, she saw Pedro chasing away the stray cats. Seizing the moment, Anna returned to her room and overheard the owners talking about her. Andrea wanted to fire the maid, but Pedro suggested waiting, as Anna would be useful in preparing for the event. They needed to sell that statue. Preparations went into full swing, and soon the guests gathered. Andrea thanked Mr. Hiroyama for traveling such a long way for this cultural exchange. The sculptor couldn't attend in person but had prepared a video message for them. Noticing the maid's nervous behavior, Andrea followed her and fired the girl. But Andrea didn't know that Anna already had access to Jacobo's crypto wallet. In the final scene, we see Anna enjoying life on tropical islands. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel not to miss more exciting new products. Also, the authors will be pleased if you leave your opinion in the comments.